Oh, shit.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to episode 131 of the BRG podcast with myself, Kirrok, and my best friend to the right of me here.
Whoa. I'm your best friend?
Yeah, you are.
Hold on.
WarpedJester. WarpedJester.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Oh, my goodness. It's the second week in a row.
We're doing good.
We're doing good.
I'm right now.
Oh, my God.
Hey, guys. Welcome back. Wow. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row here. Trying to get things going. I don't have my mojo yet, so we're kind of...
It's all good.
We're very much a fucking do it live kind of thing here. But anyways, hi, guys. Welcome back to the BRG podcast, where we do silly, stupid things like try to talk competently about technology and gaming and hope that a lot of false bravado will get us by when we don't really know what the hell we're doing.
Oh, man.
False bravado for the win.
Oh.
Hey, Kirrok,
Sorry.
how you been, man? How's the last week gone?
The last week has been pretty good, but tonight I had a little bit of wine, so fair warning. I had some company over, so yeah.
It's the mating call of the wild Kirrok. I think I'm tipsy.
It sounds something like...
Oh, no. I didn't hear that in my headphones. Thank you.
Anytime. How you been? How's your week been?
It's been a good week, man. It's definitely interesting times.
Yeah.
You know, work is always work, and personal life, I'm still in that honeymoon phase of a new relationship. So I'm having fun with the usual mad panic and emotional overload that comes along with that ride, which is always fun, in a wonderful way. But yeah, it's been a good week. I think the highlight of this week was me and my girlfriend took my little girls out, and we went played mini golf and watched
that's awesome.
a new movie called Bad Guys.
Okay.
Fun animated movie. They had a lot of fun. There was the first time for them to do D-box seats.
Yes.
You ever done those?
I've done those once. One time. And I was like, why is the guy behind me kicking my chair?
My 6-year-old wasn't too sure about it. She had to climb up in my girlfriend's lap for a few to feel it out, make sure she was okay with it, and then she was okay. My 9-year-old thought it was like the coolest shite in the world. She had that thing cranked up to max 11 and was just enjoying the ride.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So things are starting to wind back down. I get to relax here. Just closed out work, so I'm just kind of chilling for a few, and now we're jumping on here, and we get to sit back, relax, and
talk about some game
about
stuff.
news.
Talk about tech. Talk about awesome stuff. I can't wait.
Exactly.
Oh, bad boy. My internet's not.
Oh,
the
transition.
Yeah. So, guys, we're getting into the news here. Oh yeah. My internet's having some difficulties, but it's still running, so we're good. All right. So you got to tell me if you've heard of this game. All right.
Never heard of it.
It's called Sifu.
Like Master Sifu?
Yeah, like a Master Sifu, exactly. You could say it is a roguelike game, but it's all martial arts. Do you remember the game Absolver that came out years ago, where it was a martial arts online type game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same guys that make that game. Slow Clap is the name of the developer, make this game. This game has been out since February, but only digital. It's coming out on May 3rd as a physical copy. I pre-ordered the physical, plus I've been playing the digital, and I absolutely love it. Okay. But they are bringing out difficulty options now, where you can actually go in and choose a difficulty setting, where before it was just one setting and it was hard, freaking hard. And they're doing it so more people have a chance to finish the game. So they have student, disciple, and master. Aside from that, they're going to have a more advanced scoring system, more outfits available, and a bunch of other gameplay modifiers. They're even going to bring in a 1 health point option where you literally start the game handicapped and all it takes is 1 hit and you're dead.
Are you allowed to use the term handicapped?
Oh, maybe not. I didn't even think of that.
Dude.
But it's
cool.
But it's such a. I love this game. I usually hate games that are difficult and you have to play 1,000 times. But for whatever reason, this game feels like those old kung fu movies you used to watch. It's so much fun. So I love it. I can't wait. Yeah.
I shall look forward to it.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm going to look forward to, the re-release of Avatar. Not the Airbender.
Not the Airbender. No. Yeah. Wait. Is this a re-release?
This is a re-release. Yes. Actually, this is going to be a remaster and re-release this fall of the original Avatar, which I'm really looking forward to. A couple things about this that are fun. So first of all, Disney now owns Avatar.
Okay.
So does that make them a Disney princess? And you know what? There are actually specific criteria that define if somebody could be a Disney princess, and one of the criteria has to do with how much a movie has intaked for their movie.
Yeah.
And to that point, though, this movie is actually currently at $2.8 billion on the take. Now, mind you, that is a recent update number. Well, recent-ish. It actually was the highest grossing movie of all time. It was overtaken by Avengers Endgame. And then due to COVID pandemic lockdown, people started renting this movie again, and it actually overtook Avengers.
No way.
So it's back to the number one biggest grossing movie.
Interesting.
Yes, it very much is. And do you know why they're re-releasing the remaster?
No, why?
Because Avatar 2 is coming. Avatar 2.
Oh, yes, that's right. I did hear about that.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
The Way of Water,
Again,
yes.
Still not Airbender, just for the clarity's sake. So just so you know, this fall, September 13th, I believe, September 23rd is going to be the re-release of the remastered original Avatar in theaters. And then in December 16th is the target for the release of the second Avatar movie. So if you're a big fan of this movie, get the dates in, because I'm definitely going to be watching that in theaters for sure. Yeah. I really hope that they have it in 3D, because I watched the original one
in 3D. Same here, in the movies in 3D. And,
spectacular.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. That's so cool. I knew the second was coming out. I didn't know they were re-releasing this.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. Bethesda Launcher will be shut down on May 11th. So for those of you who have played, and I think I actually have a Bethesda Launcher. Yeah, I can see it. It's on my computer right now. For example, when I got Fallout 76, I did it through the Bethesda Launcher. I bought the game, put in my code, downloaded the game. They're actually closing it down. And we have Rainy Days, who just followed the stream. Thank you, Rainy Days, for the follow. Much appreciated.
How's it going, Rainy?
And so, basically they announced that it will be shutting down. And as of April 27, you'll be able to migrate any of your games that you were doing or playing through the Bethesda Launcher over to your Steam account. Some games will automatically transfer saves, while others will need to be done manually. And the launcher will still be accessible technically until May 11th. So you can go into the launcher and go through the steps of switching everything over. So I have a Steam account. I'm pretty sure a million of you out there have a Steam account. So it's just a matter of transferring over any games you've started playing through the Bethesda Launcher over to Steam. And I got to do that myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to get a drink here, but I've got to ask a question here, and I want to get your hot take on it.
Yeah, go for it.
Is there an issue with basically game access consolidating under Steam as opposed to having a bunch of different launchers.
Oh, like, well, you know what? Steam's always had this function where you can add extra games to it. So if you have games that are on your computer that are not part of the Steam library, you can actually add them in. And I thought that was a pretty cool feature. I'm probably going to want to try and use that more often now. But I personally,
don't sidetrack my question.
Okay,
sir.
but you were saying, is there a problem having another launcher versus a Steam launcher, right?
Yeah.
I could care less because I'm looking at my computer right now. I have a launcher for EverQuest 2. Remember that? Because you got me into that a bit. I have one for. I got one for Minecraft. I got one for what the heck is this? If I open it, Black Desert.
Hold on. We don't
Okay,
need
okay.
a list of everything that Kirok
But
plays.
yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like I don't care. I'm cool with it.
There's EB Games. There's Bethesda, and so on. And most people look at this as kind of a blight because you have to have 4 bazillion different freaking launchers, which, by the way, are all running in the background, eating up a little bit of cycles.
Resources, yes.
So at first thought, it's like, oh, hey, cool. One less launcher to deal with. I'll just use my Steam because everybody's got Steam if you're a gamer and you don't have Steam, WTF, right?
Yeah.
So it seems okay. But at the same time, is there any worry about monopolistic elements if it's just, one launcher to rule them all? I don't know.
I see what you're getting at.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking questions.
I don't know. I mean, because personally, I'm like, you know what? As long as I can play the game, I can play the game. But yeah, you got a good point because
I'm just saying the biggest issue you have in this day and age is things getting consolidated. Which, to that point, by the way, Wall Street is a little skeptical on a consolidation in the gaming world. And that consolidation is Microsoft trying to buy in for Activision Blizzard, which
what? Hang on.
What?
Didn't someone buy Activision Blizzard already?
Well, Activision Blizzard merged a while ago, and Microsoft is making a bid to buy them.
Okay. I could have sworn there was news not too long ago where they got bought out by... Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Microsoft. Duh. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, it was... I thought that the deal went through. I thought it was done. That's why we see the No, that was Bethesda. I'm mixed up in my head. That was Bethesda.
Okay, so, to that end, here's the dealio. So, Microsoft is making a bid to buy Activision Blizzard, who is a rather large juggernaut in my mind when it comes to content. And obviously people know about World of Warcraft, a lot of other content through Activision. This is interesting for a couple of reasons. So, in case you missed it, in case you just stopped listening to gaming news while we were off the air, there was a little small teeny issue in the ranks of Activision Blizzard not too long ago that kind of left a little bit of egg on their face.
I remember.
And by a little, I'm being very sarcastic. There was a lot of bullshit.
A lot of crap that went down.
Just about everybody and their fucking mother should have been annexed from that company because of the predatory personality of people there and how people were treated. I'm not going to go details. That's not the conversation here, but it went back. Anyways, that left them kind of wide open to try to bury that by selling themselves off to new owners, so to speak. And being as popular and as successful as Activision Blizzard is in terms of money and titles, there's not a lot of people out there that can afford that much. But Microsoft can. And to that end, Microsoft is putting in for a rather tidy sum, actually, when it comes to purchasing them. Matter of fact, let's see here. I believe Microsoft is in for an insane amount.
How much was it?
Money.
The vote. Oh no, that's votes. Those are votes.
Oh man, I had it and I lost it. Holy shit! A lot of money.
A lot of money.
In the B range of a lot of money, kind of money. But anyways, so Wall Street's a little concerned about this, not because they didn't think it was necessarily going to, well, there was some speculation about going through, but that was overwhelmingly put aside because the actual voting for going forward with this on Activision Blizzard's side
Yeah.
was a whopping 98%. That's 539 million shares in favor of the purchase, as opposed to 9 million against the purchase.
Damn.
So this has paved the way for Microsoft to gobble up yet another studio, which doesn't make people really, really happy necessarily. I think they have, let's see here, 23 studios currently, plus their own Microsoft studio, so 24 studios. And this will be a 25th studio that Microsoft owns. Kind of a problem. Here's the other side of the issue, too. Just because your company votes to get bought by somebody, it's not going to be automatically a thing. Here in America, there are rules that have to be observed, and there's also oversight to make sure it's not a monopoly situation.
Yeah.
So the Securities and Trade Commission is going to be taking a look at that and reviewing it and seeing if they're going to give it the blessing to be done. I'll be honest with you, I think there's enough money not being paid off to people to make things happen. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. It's just whenever there's this much money flying around, things tend to happen. So I think it's going to probably go through. But yeah, it's really up to the government now to say if they're okay with Microsoft purchasing this one single studio. But that puts you in kind of a little bit of a dearth of options, because you've got a couple of big gaming companies like Sony and Microsoft that have these studios, and I have to do some research to figure out how many are still out there, but it's getting thin, Kirok.
It is. Really, I mean, so this is the thing. Like, once one company owns a whole bunch of studios, then like that monopolizes those games on. Like, look what happened with Bethesda. All of a sudden, all the games are on that platform. Whatever deals have been made in the past, they're going to carry out. So if there were games that were promised or deals made to have that show up on Sony, all of a sudden anything going forward is going to be like Game Pass exclusive for Bethesda. For example, Starfield, right? So I get what you're saying. But what comes to mind for me is the question, like, what would be the next company that gets bought up or gobbled up by somebody? And one of those for me was Ubisoft. I was thinking Ubisoft might potentially be the next one that gets gobbled up, and I don't know who would take it, but
did Ubisoft some many years ago resist getting bought by somebody?
Yeah, was it Tencent?
Might be, yeah, it's Tencent. I believe you're right.
It was Tencent. Yeah, I think we talked about it. I think we reported.
Fight for the little guy, Ubisoft. Thanks for looking out for us. We appreciate it.
What about Nintendo getting bought? No, that'll never happen. So speaking of Ubisoft shuts down online functionality for a bunch of older games. This is actually...
Yay, thanks Ubisoft for not looking out for us.
I know. This is kind of sucks because like they announced that they've shut down multiplayer functionality for a ton of older games. Single player campaigns will not be affected for these games, but if you've earned something that's an unlockable on an online game in this game, technically, like like for instance, like an outfit for a character or something like that, you can still have that and keep it unless you reset the game. And then at that point, you might lose that because you can't go back online to regain that game, or sorry, that in-game item that you may have unlocked or worked hard for. There's actually, here, let me scroll through it. There's actually a long list of games that are affected. I don't know if you can see it in the article. So there's like America's Army, Xbox 360, Anno Online, Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, wow.
So here,
that's a bunch of old
here's
games.
A thought experiment for people.
Yeah.
So when it comes to situations like this is an odd one. Now, we're not going to get into the whole abandoned games argument, because these are not abandoned games.
No.
There's a hot topic. There's a hot debate to be had about abandoned games. That said, this is just them abandoning online support and
for those games.
Bear in mind, people, we're talking about games that these companies, if you're supporting an online connection, oftentimes it's to their servers for you guys to connect together. that means that these games are costing them
Money.
money
They
to
have to
support.
maintain those servers, exactly.
Yep. So at some point, yeah, these things are going to die. Fortnite, PUBG, COD, all these online games, unless you're doing a direct server hosting, which by the way we used to do back in the old days of like Unreal Tournament,
Yes, we
um,
used to.
you're SOL. Now, to that end, I can't fault a company for dropping this type of support. At some point, you gotta cut your losses.
Yeah.
You can't keep taking a loss and like that because it does affect your bottom line. And these companies still are for profit. They're not for your happiness.
And some of these are
Um,
old games too. Like I'm looking at the list. Some are 360 games, Wii
right?
U games, Wii games.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the list of games out there are like. I mean, some of them are like, okay, is anybody still playing this? Really? You
Yeah.
know, but that's the other side of it too. Is that this is the problem with this type of content. And you have to bear this in mind. Like Kirok was saying, yes, you may have gotten some fancy thing,
Yeah.
some digital widget for your game that now is kind of pointless because the game is no longer playable with your friends online. Such is life. I mean, sorry, but this is what to accept. It's like when I build things in Minecraft on a server. At some point, that server is going to get deprecated.
Yeah.
It's all there and then gone. It's ephemeral. You have to accept that and kind of move on. They could if they wanted to for any games that they're dropping service for. If there's a big enough uprising, they could do a couple of things if they cared. They could offer up these games to somebody to create some kind of support for. Some games, because of the way they're built, they may not be. There may be nothing you can do about it. You just can't. Some people may want to pay a fee to support these things if that's possible, or they may be able to update these games so they can do private hosting. I don't
Oh,
know.
like
I have
peer
no
to
idea.
peer.
I
Yeah,
haven't
I
worked with
got
these
you.
things. I've never looked under
Yeah.
the hood. But I hate to say it, guys.
Everything will eventually like it'll end, right? There's a point at which they do have to end support. It's you just can't.
On a long enough timeline, we all suffer from heat death.
Yeah. So true. Very cosmic there. But at the same time, a good chunk of these games still have campaigns, single player campaigns, and those games will play provided they're physical copy games. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So another thing I want to mention, and this is kind of an update with the Stream Deck, which we kind of spoke about earlier in our last week's episode, and that is there's an update that was released for the Stream Deck. Or sorry, I always say Stream Deck. I get the two mixed. Steam Deck. The Stream Deck is the device I'm using to bring up the flashy graphics in this show.
From moment one, they announced the name of the damn Steam Deck.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the best choice,
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. I was
Not
like,
the
what
best
are you
choice.
guys doing? Anyways, this new update that they just released actually brings in a whole bunch of a cool slew of updates. Like one of them is a pin lock or a security lock, which you can actually see in the picture on the article from Rock Paper Shotgun. So you can go in and customize when it comes up, like if it only comes up on boot or if it comes up anytime you put the device to sleep, which is kind of cool. Gives a little bit of security if you're maybe or renting a place with roommates or stuff like that, and you leave it lying around. You don't want anyone else messing with it. You can customize it. Basically, another cool feature that they've added is the fact that you now have window switching between games or between game and a browser, because it does have a desktop mode, which is pretty cool. So, because remember, it's a mini little PC that you're holding in your hand. It's in the shape of a console essentially. So you can suspend a game, switch out of the game, and go to a browser, search something on the net if you wanted, maybe some cheats, switch back to the game, and continue playing the game, which is pretty neat. What else did they do? They've also managed to improve battery life. Specifically when the device is in idle mode. So most of the time you'll probably find that you'll be in that mode when you're doing like a game download or something. Something like that, basically. So it's pretty cool. And this is one of the things that when the Stream Deck was originally out, they pretty much had the hardware down pat, but they said software will be updated as they go. It wasn't really quite nailed down even at the launch of the device, and here's proof enough that they're actually doing that. One of the things that some users have reported, however, is applying updates in desktop mode can get your deck in a bad spot. So apparently the way to do the update is to just do it in gaming mode. The bad spot that they were talking about in this article is that if whatever goes wrong, then you may have to actually restore the device back to factory in order to get it to work properly again.
I look forward to it. I swear, if I had the gumption and had the money and had the time, that would be the next console or device I would buy. Hands down, bar none.
Nice.
I appreciate, I respect. Nah, I just can't do it. You fucking console people, fuck you, PC. You know what? Screw you fucking people. The deck is where it's at because it's a PC.
I love that.
Hate mail! Hate mail about Rocket
Direct all your hate mail to him. That guy.
BRG at gmail.com.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, guys, the Steam Deck is great. Less great is Facebook's virtual reality, which seems to be soaking up cash and not really playing back here. So Facebook's latest fiscal results show that there's been a bit of a steep loss of cash in the VR world here. Apparently, first quarter of 2022 alone, the company showed a loss in that department of 2.96, almost $3 billion. That's with a B, billion dollars in the first quarter of this year.
Oh gosh.
Holy shit stacks. And that's to tack on to it running heavily in the red since 2020 and into the tune of 20 billion dollars. Again, with a B. Just shoveling the money in, seeing where things go. This doesn't help for the fact that apparently little robot Zuck here is like laying heavily into this and making a lot of people feel real uncomfortable. There's a whole another article about employees really not comfortable with how Zuck is running things and really kind of freaking out a bit here. It's kind of silly, but yeah. So apparently, the whole metaverse is getting costly. And this, I'll be honest with you. Anybody who's ever watched this podcast and knows me knows I am not a fan of Facebook at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, at all. Zuckerberg. If you ever want to see an example of somebody who's spoiled, this is the guy. No connection to reality whatsoever. But that said, I do have a lot of faith or a lot of desire to see VR be successful.
Yep.
And what I don't want to hear are these horror stories of systems like this having issues. And again, to be fair, the metaverse that Facebook is trying to, Meta is trying to make happen.
That's
is
right.
A very
They changed their name.
dystopian ideal, and I don't like it. But I'm really worried that because it is more accessible, because of a lower end, lower cost headset being their Oculus whatever version they're running with right now, I'm really worried that people are going to get sucked into that and call that the pinnacle of VR, and then be malcontent or just not happy with the results, and then wash their hands of VR, and VR just fades back into the backdrop again.
Yeah.
VR is an amazing thing. I am hooked on it. I love it. There's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of different companies vying in the hardware space for the next generation of VR. Land grabs like this bother me a lot, and I guess on the bright side, Meta losing $10 billion via their VR business in 2021 hurts them a little bit, makes me feel happy. But again, you really are kind of cutting yourself to cut your enemy, and I don't want Facebook to be successful, but I don't want them to screw everything else for the rest of us.
Right. In other words, like leave a bad taste in other people who would otherwise really love VR. Take this and see this as a standard when this is not going to be. It's not going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's another console getting VR, but I'm not talking about VR on that console. I'm talking about a new graphics feature. The PS5 finally gets VRR capability. For those who are wondering what VRR is, it's variable refresh rate.
Okay.
So it's about time Sony does this because Xbox players have been enjoying this feature for years.
Oh God! Again, hate mail can go to.
Well, I mean, it's one of
I'm
those
going
things.
to leave this one alone. You guys have a good time. Goodbye.
So this is huge because it allows people who are using specific hardware or monitors that they paid hard-earned money for that have all these features to take advantage of this.
Sure.
So what I mean by that is what does it mean for you and me, the gamer? It can bring down or reduce lags and dips between the console and the display that you're using because now they're kind of talking on the same page. Uh, Basically, you do in order to take advantage of it though. Not only do you need the PS5, which will have the feature built in, you do need to use the cable that comes in the box. It is a special ultra high speed cable which supports HDMI 2.1, and that also means that your output device, your television or your monitor that is 4K, also needs to be able to support HDMI 2.1. So with those in the bag, if you have that, then you're going to get the best possible refresh rate. You're going to get the best possible sync of the graphics between the hardware, the console, and the output, your display. And variable means that the game, as it requires, will reduce refresh rate or increase refresh rate. Which is kind of cool because then you get the best of both worlds in places where it's necessary to have a really high refresh rate or high hertz versus a part in the game where you don't, like a static image or something like that. Um,
You know what
Yeah.
has supported variable refresh rates?
I can't think of any. What has supported variable refresh?
PCs over DisplayPort because superiority.
Master race, right? Yeah.
I'm just saying. Been having that for a while now, and on top of that, DisplayPorts is a far better protocol than HDMI.
It is actually. You are 100% because that's what I'm using on my 4K display from my PC. But I do use HDMI to the same screen, and it looks really good too. But it is.
It's nothing bad, but don't bother looking it up unless you really want to get into esoteric shit for IT. It's just a different way to connect your monitor. But yeah, no, yay, good job.
So hold on. There's one
up.
now. Even though they have finally or they will. I don't know if they already have or if they will be in the next few days releasing this update. Only some games, and they've listed the games. I have them up on screen right now. Astro's Playroom, Call of Duty, two Call of Duties, Devil May Cry, Dirt, and there's a bunch of others. Will actually be taking advantage of it. So this means not only do you have to have that equipment, that hardware that you spent your money on, the software has to be written by the developers to take advantage of that. I'm just hoping that a lot more developers, take up that and do it. I am. I'm hoping that they do. They should. If it's been out for Xbox for a while, it'll just make all those PlayStation owners jealous. Anyways, I'm done talking.
You know what? It's fine. I'll be honest with you. I think that there are decisions that get made sometimes that are very money motivated and not very caring. But I'm actually going to leave you with at least a little odd conversation to be had between two guys here, but I think worthy of bringing up because it does kind of leave a feel good feeling in terms of companies taking. How can I put this politely? Businesses that actually care about their friggin' staff and remind themselves that yes, we are all friggin' human, and that's Good Old Games.
Good Old Games, yeah.
Ridiculous store. They're one of the first to actually offer minstrel leave for employees. So if you want to go on the road and strum your lute at some bars for money, you can take some leave. No, wait, that's not what they're talking about. Hold on. Okay. No, but seriously, guys, I I make light of this, but this is actually pretty awesome. So Good Old Games actually acknowledges that for the better half of the human race, there are times monthly that there's something that happens that causes discomfort or pain or just straight up makes it really, really difficult to function. And
Yep.
they understand and recognize that, and they have no problem uh, uh, giving time off for that. And I think that's pretty freaking cool. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go into depth and detail here. I definitely encourage that you pick up the links here and actually go check this out. Just to I want to point this out, and I want to give GOG
Props.
you know, yeah, I want to give them
Yeah.
props because it's
Yeah.
cool that we're acknowledging people and understand that, you know, people are different. Shit happens in terms of people. You know, again, everybody's different, and things come up. And I think it's good that they acknowledge that and allow people that kind of flexibility. So good on you, GOG, for that. That makes me appreciate that much more, and gives me the good feels when I come to you to get my content when I want to get a gaming fix. And to that end, guys, if you don't know about GOG, please go check them out. Good Old Games is a great site. I support them. They are always out there doing wonderful fundraisers for situations. So if you need content, golly gosh, go check them out, please. They're a pack of cool. They really are.
Yeah, they're really good, those guys. All right. So that's it for the news, guys. It was an eventful week, kind of. Actually.
Oh, there's a lot more out there I could go into,
Oh, yeah.
like the fact that, you know, Sonic, the individual Sonic games are getting dropped for packs and all. And there's a lot of stuff out there, guys. It takes a little bit for us to really kind of narrow down what we're going to talk about because there's a lot.
All right. So at this point, we'll move on to the main topic, which you guys saw in the title of the stream. I called it Twitter Lawn Musk. That's right. You heard that right. But I'm gonna switch over to main topic. Here we go.
Woo!
Okay. Oh, I just realized. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I just realized I didn't open up one of the links. Yeah, I know.
You are a horrible person. Hey, let's talk about
There we go.
Let's talk about Twitter being bought by Elon Musk because
Seshaela is in chat. Hello and welcome.
Hey, I know, sweetie. Trust me.
No more Musk news.
If I could stop talking about this guy, I would be ecstatic. Unfortunately, he has to go digging his damn nose into topics we talk about, and this is kind of a big one because it's got some long-ranging effects that go into the tech and into the gaming world, which is so unfortunate. Okay, so recap for the people who missed the memo. Elon Musk has not been friends with Twitter for a long time now because he keeps doing dumb on Twitter, which, you know, Twitter is the default platform for dumb. We've seen this happen with a multitude of famous people.
Oh,
and
Elon can I say one?
To this.
Trump.
Yeah, really, you got to bring the name up.
I'm sorry.
Fucking Canadians.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. That's exactly.
Anyways, so there's a long-standing issue between the two, and Elon just decided that, I don't know, on a whim, he got up, he didn't take his meds, whatever. He decided he was going to go ahead and just buy a decent stake in Twitter. He bought like 9% of Twitter, and that's not enough to really have a lot of say. You're not gonna have a lot of sway there, and Twitter's kind of like, yeah, okay, good for you. And so he wanted to go ahead and buy, 15% of Twitter, because at that point you have sway. What you say is going to be listened to and heard. And Twitter rebutted with, "Hey, I tell you what, how about you join the board? Because you can be on the board, you'll have a say in matters, you can give your input along with the other board members." And Elon's like, "Okay," and like, "Oh yeah, but by the way, you can only have 14.9% of Twitter if you're on the board, just so you know." And Elon's like, all right, I tell you what, I'm just gonna buy you outright. And I don't know what the shit happened after that, but some person / people in Twitter went,
Okay.
all right, yeah,
Yeah, so that's the thing. Nobody knows
all
what,
yours.
because initially when it was looked like he was moving in to buy or do that, they were saying, and I'm not a business type guy, so I don't know. There's a term they said they were instituting a poison pill measure,
I
which
love
is
Sesha's comment. He just got,
what did she
he's
say?
going full Bond villain.
He's just going full on. So actually, Twitter was taking actions that looked like they were not trying to prevent a takeover, a buyout.
Oh, well, they have poison pills. All companies have poison pills.
Yeah.
Twitter's no exception.
Yeah, but
And
then all of a sudden,
apparently everybody just decided not to take the pill.
oh gosh,
I miss my meds some days too, but
oh damn. But
so anyways,
yeah, I wanted to say, well, when he made it clear, like he actually, what's his name, Musk, polled Twitter saying, "Hey, how would you guys like the creation of an edit button or something like that?" So he was kind of like instigating. Actually, a lot of people like the idea. I wouldn't mind it myself, to be honest, but that's just me.
this is what happens when you're somebody that can just go,
Yeah,
say when? No, okay,
not
you
yet,
know
not yet, not yet.
I tell you what, 44 billion. There you go. You're gonna leave it.
Seshaela just said the poison pill drives down the stock price.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford to do it. It would trigger a proxy fight. Oh.
All right, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is causing a little bit of an uproar because for a multitude of reasons. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Elon Musk Twitter thing first because we need to get this out of the way so we can move on.
Yeah.
Again, Musk has some weird ideas about how Twitter should work, and this is going to inevitably fall square into topics that I really want to just nip in the bud now, which is, first of all, you not being able to say something on Twitter, a private company, is not a violation of your First Amendment rights.
Yeah,
if you're outside
freedom
of
of
the
speech.
United States, that's your freedom of speech. It is a private company. It is a private platform. It is an invitation platform where they let you in, but they can give any kind of rules they want. Okay? When you go over to your friend's house and the parents say, you don't swear in our house,
Then
you don't swear in the house.
Swear in the house,
and
exactly.
If they kick your ass out because you said shit too many times, that's their prerogative. Same thing happens here.
Yeah.
Elon doesn't like that, among other things. There are other people that we can talk about, I'm not going to, that feel the same way. So let's get that out of the way. What the hell Elon thinks he's going to do with this? I don't even begin to want to speculate here because I'm pretty sure anything he tries to do, tries to get active input on, is going to cause merry hell with Twitter. And the first thing that's going to happen is, speculation here, but I don't think Twitter stock or stake is going to do very well. Period. I don't think this is going to be a positive thing for Twitter. I'll be honest with you.
Didn't they say he's going to take it off, like remove it from stock, like available to the public to buy in?
He did, but again,
I mean, that's what I heard. I don't recall.
I think this is somebody walking into a company and knows nothing about what this company is and does, and just thinks that he can just stroll in and go, ta-da, I'm here, we're going to do it this way now, it's going to be great. Which is kind of done on a couple of fronts. Boring company.
Boring company, yeah.
Before he ends up... My desperate hope is he'll hand it off to somebody to run when he gets bored of it, and they'll recover.
Yeah.
That's that. I don't think that's going to be the case.
I just have this vision of Elon Musk, other companies like Tesla ads all over it. Do you know what I mean? I just have a vision of you're scrolling through your Twitter feed. Seshaela just followed. Thank you for the follow. I just have this vision of going through my Twitter feed and seeing every 2 seconds an ad for a Tesla, something else that's, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm picturing. I don't know. It was like Meta with their Oculus when they bought it. You'd have to sign in kind of thing.
No, God, yeah, no, God, no, please, no. So here's okay. So yeah, so there's all kinds of things going on. As I said, there's going to be fallout from this. And the way Elon goes, I mean, he's already screwed himself over, and like he's screwed up stock in Tesla because he keeps saying shit on Twitter that causes all kinds of mayhem in Tesla stock. There's nothing saying that Twitter's not going to be just in the same kind of dire straits in the same way. So that's why that issue. The funny thing is that there's speculation and talk in the wings here that people are not happy about the idea of him owning Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Changing things.
Oh yeah.
And there's already a little bit of a float of people going to alternative options like Discord.
Oh yes, Discord. That's right. There we go.
Yeah, so Discord is actually getting a bump. But even things as old school as ICQ have seen an uptick.
No way. Are you kidding me? I used to use ICQ back in the day.
Yeah, people are getting desperate, man.
Oh my God.
Nope. I'm gonna nope so hard. I'm going back to fucking cave drawings. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Yeah.
I can understand too. There are freaking days where it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna use my Etch sketch and use that from now on because I'm not worried about it being tracked or going down or losing internet.
I've been in other people's streams and chat. They're talking about this topic, and they're like, "Yeah, I just deleted my account." And another guy, "I just deleted my account." And another person, "I just deleted my account." Like a lot of people are just not liking this, and I'm talking just users. I'm not even talking people in the industry.
Yeah, no, I
pretty polarizing, pretty big.
Yeah, here's the thing about this. First of all, while I appreciate people that pull the "I deleted my account because I don't like what company A did,"
yeah.
Facebook comes to mind. More power to you. Just bear in mind, if you delete your account and you don't use the service, don't bitch.
True.
Whatever happens to this service, whatever happens to your information on that service, don't bitch.
You don't have a say. Yeah.
I've walked away from Facebook several times, but I don't delete my account. I just go dormant. But I can still log in. I can still check it. I can still manage it. I can still have some modicum of control. I'll be honest with you. It's not like I'm a stakeholder, so the idea of control is very limited. But I've had people, I'm deleting my account. Okay. So they don't have to listen to you at all. You're now a lost soul to them, so you have no say in anything. So, have a good day. I'll be honest with you. I don't understand the Twitters anyway. It was an interesting platform that had a particular function back in the day that made sense. So,
I don't know. I kind of like Twitter. I kind of like Twitter. Well, okay. Out of all of the different ones,
it's evolved.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, I get it, but to a certain extent, it's like. There's so many other services now that have everything that Twitter can do and then some. I honestly do not understand what holds Twitter together at this point. I really just don't. I don't get it. But again, I'm not the target. I'm assuming I'm not the target because I don't understand. I don't use it. I use Discord for communication with friends. I use Facebook for connectivity to people who are afar. I've used other chat services for chatting. Twitter just, I sometimes honestly wonder if it's just a headless chicken that hasn't fallen down yet. I really honestly wonder sometimes.
It's a tweeting bird.
little headless blue bird.
Yeah, little blue bird with a head just boop, falls off. Petey's head fell off. I'm just quoting a movie.
On the bright side, at least, I guess on the bright side, the CEO of Twitter is telling employees that no layoffs are planned following the buyout, which, I mean...
Yeah, but
comforting.
The article is like, no layoffs are planned at this time.
Exactly. There's the key terminology. There's two things to this. First of all, it isn't another communication company purchasing Twitter. It's not going to be Acquihire or connections hire or acquisition, anything like that. So yeah, I wouldn't anticipate any layoffs at this time. But then again, on the flip side, can you on your hands alone, can you count the number of times a company has bought another company of similar ilk and then said no layoffs are planned at this point in time, and then they quietly lay off everybody?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is a nothing statement, for crying
Yeah.
out loud.
It is.
This makes about as much sense to me saying I don't lie. If I lie, that would be a lie. It's a useless fucking statement. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. It's
at this
just.
time, at the time
It's
of
a
me
point.
writing this,
They say it. I guess to stop people from just bailing, and I'm talking internally, right?
yeah.
But
Well,
it's
that's always the case.
yeah, but it's a statement that holds no water because give it another 3 weeks and you'll start seeing some repercussions potentially.
We'll see. Well, here's my thoughts on
4 weeks.
this.
Or no, I actually sorry. I said another 3 weeks, but the actual purchase or buyout hasn't happened. They said it's later on in the year. Forgive me for that.
Yeah. No, I'm assuming after, if this actually goes through, first of all, because everything has to get the blessing of the government. I'm sure it probably will, but
Yeah. Seshaela just said it's an echo chamber / attack arena.
yeah, no, that Seshi, that's actually a really good take on it, and I agree with you. And I think sometimes that's kind of what this environment has turned into, and it doesn't really serve any other purpose, which is really sad in my mind. But you're absolutely right; it really is. It's an echo chamber and an attack point. At this point, though, first things first, the real tell is how involved Elon is going to get.
Right.
I just don't know. He has been in some cases very hands-on, like with Tesla at first. He's been in some cases very hands-off, like the Boring Company and even to some extent SpaceX. He's given a direction, but he's let other leaders actually lead it. He's not there trying to pick rocket boosters and slap them on the bottom and see where they go.
Exactly.
That said, again, I know he has had some rough shot interactions with Twitter in the past, and he's never met the guy personally, but he comes off as a bit egotistical and a little bit self-centered, possibly, and could very much want to go basically have the opportunity to figuratively go, poop in his enemy's punch. And I think this is kind of just that. I'm going to just, for all I know, he could want to purchase Twitter just to burn it to the ground. I don't know. Maybe he can sell it to Trump, and Trump can just fold all of Twitter into his Truth site
Social.
He started. Yeah.
Truth Social.
Okay,
I should go there and make an account.
Elon, I want to see that happen. Make it happen.
What are the chances he sees our podcast and goes, "Yeah, okay, great idea. Let's do it." The question is, Seshaela's asking a question. The question is, how does he pay off the debt? Twitter ain't a big moneymaker.
That is a great question, and this is where you get into some pretty hairy shit, because I am not a business person by any stretch of the imagination. But
neither am I.
It isn't like Elon has $44 billion just hanging out in his pocket. He's not going to write a check and they're going to cash it for $44 billion in gold grickles. There's a lot to it, and I want to say my concern, but the fact is I don't have a concern. It's fucking Twitter. I honestly, full disclosure, I don't give a shit. If Twitter went poof tomorrow, I just would not care. I can't speculate what would be the downside. It's kind of like, if I could snap my fingers and make mosquitoes disappear, would there really be any effect in the world other than positive effects?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I'm
But,
sure there's probably something out there I'm not thinking of.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, like the other article said, people are going to go to Discord, or people are going to go to Facebook, or people are going to go to WhatsApp. Or
That's it. I'm
Instagram.
quitting. I'm going to TikTok.
I swear to God, I want to see your link for TikTok in this video on YouTube. So people can,
No
can
way.
click on
I don't have a
Kirok
TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I don't get TikTok. I
Then why are
barely
you
get
bringing-
Twitter. No, I'm
You're
just
a
saying.
cunty, sir. Come on.
Wait, my TikTok? What? Never mind.
In any case, it really depends on how much Elon wants to get involved, or whatever
Yeah.
stupid ambitions he's got for Twitter to change it somehow. And we'll see if Twitter survives.
Oh.
If it survives, great. I'll be honest with you. Twitter has survived
That
other
hurt.
hurdles in the past, but this one seems like a pretty fucking monumental one. But anyways,
That hurt.
cost-wise,
That hurts Seshaela. Sorry, she said something. She said for those of you watching, you're too old for TikTok.
too much gray in the beard, man.
Actually, I've been told I'm too old for Facebook from my 14-year-old goddaughters.
No. Facebook is
Oh,
all for
no,
old
sorry.
people now.
It's all for old people. Sorry, I had that backwards.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, Facebook is for old people. You're fine.
Yeah, go do Facebook. I don't know. Rainey joined me and joined Facebook. I'm like, wow, young blood. It's a little scary. But anyways, I truly wonder how that whole thing's gonna play out, because I've seen, I do not think this is gonna be the case, but I've seen shady shit happen with things. Like a really good example. There's a really good history on Toys R Us and how Toys R Us went under, and that is a shady freaking deal, because the very, very cursory synopsis is you get a loan to purchase the company, Toys R Us, at an obscene interest rate. And then you basically, since you now own that company, you saddle that loan to that company, sell off all the assets of that company, and leave that company high and dry with that debt that they're now liable for. That they can't pay off because of the interest, and you just bury that company. Again, if Elon really wanted to shit in somebody's Cheerios,
He could do just that.
you could do something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got plenty of business people and lawyers and whatnot that could do just that and just saddle Twitter and torpedo it if he really wanted to. And he seems out of touch enough with reality to do just something that stupid.
Get off my lawn, she says. And she even said, like Sears and Kmart. Oh, man, I remember those stores. Yeah.
Pour one out for Kmart. One for my homies, one for me.
I think that's pretty good for the main topic. All right, let's move into the wrap up, okay, guys? So, Warped.
Yes, sir.
Where can people find you?
Oh, a little bit here, a little bit there. I'll be honest with you. Right now, I'm not terribly connected in terms.
You're
of
supposed to
being
say
online doing
Twitter.
stuff. Yes, absolutely. Jester MC on Twitter. Go check it out.
Actually, I have it on there too.
2016 might have been the last time I posted something. I don't know. My online entity has not been very active as of late. I've been a lot more into connection to reality and whatnot. I've spent a lot of time traveling, as well as spending time with friends like Seshi, for example, doing physical work. Like, for example, if people haven't quite figured out what they're seeing behind me here, this is actually my mobile home here. Literally a mobile home. I live in an RV, and it gives me the flexibility to travel and have fun and do things. So I've been doing a lot of fixing up and repairs and modifications and having fun like that. So I haven't really been active online as much. That said, I'm hoping to do a lot more in the online realm. For me personally, I like to work with my hands and do stuff. And I've got a couple different projects that I've been dying to get into and do. And, you know, things like the RV here is something I do. I'm a maker. Me and Seshi, as a matter of fact, have a project where we're stripping down an MG and getting it ready for clear and prep and whatnot to rebuild. And we're going to put
Cool.
a cool motor in it and get it all
Nice.
prettied up and paint it a beautiful green because green is the best color by far and away over any other color, like
Dark
blue, for
green, right?
example.
Dark green.
Green, yeah. There's very specific green because green color is best color.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the flood of comments from Seshi now.
Lies.
Inside
She said
joke, I
lies.
apologize, but a lot of people don't like green. Anyways, that said, I know somebody who is a lot more active when it comes to online, and that's Kirok.
Yeah. I still have a YouTube channel, believe it or not. I haven't posted on it in a while. It's basically youtube.com/KirrokCraft. I think the last time I posted was August, September time frame. I was playing a game called House of Ashes. You can still see the videos there. It's actually pretty cool. It's a great game. It was a fun game. Yeah, and I'm on Twitch too. So I have twitch.tv/KirrokCraft. I stream at least 4 times a week, depending. Sometimes I cancel streams here and there. But I've been streaming Horizon Forbidden West. Excellent freaking game. I've been playing that nonstop. Love it, and I'm like 70 hours into that game and probably 65% of the way through the game, so can't wait.
Nice.
Yep. And the other place you can find me is on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I tweet. I actually like it better than Facebook. It's just my
KirrokCraft with the double R. You'll find him. Totally worth it. Yeah, we should be streaming.
What?
Star Trek Bridge Crew.
I could. I'm even set up to kind of do that.
Yeah, we got you. We got me. I'm sure we can get Yankee. We still need to get at least one other person to join us so we can play.
Four people. Yeah, exactly.
It meant to be with 4 people. So if any of you have a headset for VR, and technically you can play in pancake mode, you can. It's not as fun, but you can. If you want to join us, let us know because we'd love to get a game together and play that. And I think Kirok should stream it because he is the best engineer I've ever seen in that game.
You're just making that up.
Oh, I'm lying through my teeth. He's horrible. He is beyond horrible.
I'm horrible as an engineer. I am terrible, but I'm worse as any of the other. So I can actually steer the ship. Not that bad, but not that great either.
How many things did you run into?
I did the steering. I did captain. Captain was the worst, even though it's...
you did great on captain.
No,
It was great. Hey,
no.
If you guys have not played that game, go watch some videos. It's freaking hilarious. It's a 4-person game. It's VR-based. It's multiplayer. Me, Kirok, and our friend Yankee have played together a few times, and it is absolutely freaking hilarious. It is definitely one I recommend you play with your friends because, if nothing else, definitely a drinking game. Every time somebody screws up, totally worth it. There's also a couple of VR games that we've talked about playing, like Arizona Sunrise or Sunset or something like that.
I have that one too.
We're going to plan to play on that. So maybe we'll get some games together and start doing some actual streams together because that would be kind of fun. Beyond that, though, guys, if you like to get a chance to play with us or join us, please let us know. We're always happy to play with people. As a matter of fact, BRG kind of dormant, but we are technically a gaming group where we're still tied to a gaming group called Ball Rocket Gaming. And you're welcome to join us if you guys want to hang out together, ask questions, say hi, play games with us. Head on over to Ball Rocket Gaming on Discord and say hi because we do keep eyeballs on that platform, not Twitter. And we do like to talk. So if you guys want to join us, that's a good place to go. Also, if you came in late or want to go back and catch our backlog of this show or any other shows we've done in the past, I definitely encourage you to head over to YouTube and check out our content on YouTube, which is, amazingly enough, youtube.com/BallRocketGaming. Yes, we got that one way back in the day, and we can still get actual names. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And of course, yes, we do technically have a Twitter for Ball Rocket Gaming, so for as long as Twitter lasts, you can go there.
For as long as Twitter's up, yes.
Anyways, guys, hey, appreciate you joining us for another wonderful evening to sit there and shoot the shit about, stupid shit. If anything else comes up, you have any questions, curiosities, ponderings, and whatnot, again, head over to Discord and ask us questions there. We're happy to say hi to you. Until then, though, we're going to take a break. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the week, sanity, and, Kirok, we'll just keep chugging along here and maybe together next Friday.
Bye for now, guys.
Oh, shit.